For every kid YouTuber the internet absolutely adores, there's another who's become one of the most hated names on the platform. From a young girl who shocked the world after a fake death announcement, to a once beloved Nickelodeon star whose fall from grace made history. Today, we're diving into the rise and fall of the most loved versus most hated kid YouTubers.
When I was 6 years old, I lived in Atlanta, and I was broke, and now we be living in the hills. See that view? Y'all don't have that view.
Lil Tay, from viral fame to controversy. We begin with one of the most controversial child creators YouTube has ever seen, Lil Tay. Back in 2018, she exploded on social media with wild videos flaunting cars, stacks of cash, and an over-the-top luxury lifestyle, all while throwing insults at her haters. I'm richer than all your broke haters, you're grown men hating on me because you're broke and jealous. But behind the flashy persona, the truth was far darker. In May 2018, a leaked video showed her older half-brother, Jason Tian, directing her content and coaching her on exactly what to say. It became clear that Lil Tay was being pushed into this controversial character, not creating it on her own. Go back and say you're irrelevant, you're trying to be like me. Even worse, it was later revealed that her mother, Angela Tian, was actively involved too, even using properties from her real estate job as sets for Tay's videos. Once this came to light, Angela was fired, and outrage online exploded. This is really sad. Her mum and brother are using her. She's the one facing all the hate when she should just be a kid. After the backlash, Lil Tay vanished from the internet for 5 years. But in August 2023, a shocking post appeared on her Instagram claiming that both she and her brother had died unexpectedly. The internet went into mourning until the next day when Tay revealed that her account had been hacked and she was alive. I spent all day answering calls from heartbroken family and friends. I'm very much alive. Then, in October, she dropped a bombshell. She accused her father Chris and his wife of abuse and claimed they were behind the fake death post to cover it up. My abusive, absentee father came back to control my career and my money. She punched me, she pinched me, Chris shoved me. A long custody battle followed, ending with her mother gaining primary custody, and despite the controversial persona that launched her fame, the world's sympathy turned toward Lil Tay, a reminder that behind the viral clips, she was still just a child caught in a storm she never created. Sis versus bro, the siblings everyone missed. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Karina and Ronald Kurzawa, the sibling duo behind Sis vs Bro, one of the most beloved kids' channels in YouTube history. Since launching their channel in 2016, the pair captured hearts with hilarious challenges, epic gaming battles, and family-friendly pranks that felt both wholesome and fun. We're doing a challenge where Ronald has to copy exactly what I do for 24 hours, including makeup and shopping for girls' clothes. Their natural sibling bond and playful chemistry were impossible not to love. Fans connected deeply with their dynamic, helping them grow to over 14.6 million subscribers and amass 7.2 billion views. But as with many kid creators, growing up changed everything. By 2021, they'd started to outgrow their kid-focused content, and on March 20th, then 3 years later, something unexpected happened. They came back. It's been a very long 3 years, but we are now back. Their return sparked nostalgia across the internet. This made me cry. My whole childhood is back. And just like that, Sis vs Bro reclaimed their title as one of the most loved kid channels on the platform, proving that even after a long break, true fan love never dies. Piper Rockle, the fall of a tween superstar, but if Sis vs Bro represents the best of what kid YouTube can be, Piper Rockle shows us the dark side. Piper skyrocketed to fame around 2016, gaining over 12.2 million subscribers with her tween-focused videos and her group of friends known as The Squad. I'm not doing this alone, I have The Squad. But behind the scenes, things were anything but innocent. In January 2022, 11 former squad members filed a $22 million lawsuit against Piper's mother, Tiffany Smith, accusing her of creating a toxic environment and exposing them to inappropriate treatment. All of our innocence was swiped from us. Tiffany would tell me to wear tighter, more revealing clothes. The lawsuit dragged on for 2 years before finally settling in October 2024 for $1.85 million, though Tiffany made no admission of guilt. Then Netflix released a shocking docuseries in April 2025 called Bad Influence, the dark side of kidfluencing, putting the controversy back into the spotlight. Anyone under 18 shouldn't be allowed to be an influencer. These parents need to be held accountable. Despite all this, Piper's controversial behaviour didn't stop. She began collaborating with adult models, leaving many deeply concerned about her upbringing. EvanTube HD, the golden boy of YouTube. If Piper represents one of the most controversial paths, EvanTube HD is the complete opposite, a wholesome success story that millions grew up with. Launched in 2011 by Evan Lee when he was just 6, the channel became famous for fun toy reviews, creative unboxings, and family challenges featuring his parents and little sister Jillian. Alright, here's the gymnast, the landing mat, and our difficulty meter. For over a decade, EvanTube grew into one of YouTube's most beloved kid channels, with more than 7 million subscribers. But like many who start young, Evan eventually grew up, and in June 2024, he announced the end of EvanTube, revealing he'd be stepping back to focus on college. "I'm moving out and going to college. This isn't a goodbye, just a new chapter." The reaction was emotional. "You've been part of my life since I was 5. I'm now 16. Thank you for everything. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." While Evan still posts occasionally, his legacy remains untouched. He's remembered as one of the most loved kid YouTubers ever, proving that you can grow up in the spotlight without losing yourself. Jojo Siwa, from Nickelodeon darling to internet villain, but not every child star transitions so gracefully. Take Jojo Siwa for example. She first rose to fame on Dance Moms in 2015 and quickly became a Nickelodeon star known for her signature bows, kid-friendly music and upbeat personality. "I can't believe I'm here." Abby is a huge personality and I want to learn from her. Her hit, Single Boomerang, racked up over 1 billion views and Jojo seemed unstoppable. Until April 2024 when she dramatically rebranded into a darker, edgier persona with her new single Karma. The backlash was instant and brutal. "I was depressed but this song got me out of bed just to turn it off." Why are the comments more entertaining than the video? Karma became the most disliked music video by a female artist in 2024 with 3.1 million dislikes. Jojo addressed the backlash herself, but the damage was done. Her fanbase was split down the middle. Some admired her reinvention, others felt betrayed. And just like that, Jojo Siwa went from one of the most loved kid stars to one of the most polarizing figures on YouTube. Ryan's World, Success and Scrutiny. Next is Ryan Kaji, the boy behind Ryan's World, one of the most successful YouTube channels ever. Launched in 2015, the channel began with simple toy reviews, but quickly grew into a massive global brand, complete with merchandise, books, and even a feature film in 2024. It's Ryan from Ryan's World. By 2025, Ryan's World had over 39 million subscribers and 61 billion views, making it one of the most watched channels in history. In 2019, Forbes even crowned Ryan the highest earning YouTuber, pulling in $26 million in a single year. But even Ryan's empire faced controversy. In August 2024, he and his parents appeared on a podcast where many felt his parents dominated the conversation and pressured his answers. "I think I'll keep going for a while." You can hear no sunshine in his voice. Viewers accused his parents of exploitation, urging them to let Ryan have a normal childhood. Let him retire and be a kid. I can't wait for a real interview with Ryan, not just his parents. Despite the criticism, Ryan himself remains deeply loved by millions. His story highlights the complicated balance between childhood fame and parental control, and how even loved creators aren't immune to scrutiny. Misha, the internet's favourite punching bag, but while Ryan faced serious debates, Misha Selinosti faced outright ridicule. Known as the Pokemon Go Kid, Misha went viral in 2016 for his song Pokemon Go, which has over 100 million views. "Pokemon Go! Pokemon Go!" The internet immediately pounced, mocking the song's repetitive lyrics and Misha's singing. "At 23 I still can't sing, but you shouldn't sing either. This isn't even music." The backlash was intense, with some comments going disturbingly far. "I want to unalive myself when I hear that toddler sing." But Misha turned hate into strategy. Realising the controversy brought views, he released diss tracks against commentary YouTubers, prompting even more responses and skyrocketing his popularity. It's ironic he's calling people cancer with a Minecraft logo taped to his wall. In the end, Misha's persistence paid off. Millions watched his videos, and many who once mocked him later apologised. Sophia, Grace and Rosie, the internet's sweethearts. And finally, we end with one of the most heartwarming stories, Sophia, Grace and Rosie. The duo first went viral in 2011 after uploading a cover of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass, instantly charming the internet. This one's for the boys with the booming system. Their video landed them on The Ellen Show, where their bubbly personalities won over millions. They became regular guests, even walking red carpets and interviewing celebrities. Is this for me? Am I talking into this? As they grew up, the pair pursued solo careers, but in 2022, they reunited on Ellen, a moment that brought fans to tears. They've grown up so fast. It's amazing to see them still best friends. Today, at the end of the day, most kid YouTubers didn't choose the spotlight. They were guided and sometimes pushed into it. For some, like Sis vs Bro, EvanTube and Sophia and Rosie, that guidance created joy, nostalgia and unforgettable childhood memories. Thanks for watching. And if you thought this was wild, wait until you see what happens when friendships fuel controversy. Click the video on screen now to discover the most loved versus most hated YouTuber friendships. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.